Hey there, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the pros and the cons of alternate day fasting. I'm so excited to be doing this video because obviously alternate day fasting has been working so well for me, and I really just want to share more about it and get the word out so more people are willing to try it. It's an awesome thing and I'm just so happy with my results so far. So I'm going to share pros and cons with you and some extra tips to help you get started if you're interested in alternate day fasting. So yeah, let's get right into it. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see this. I am wearing a cropped sweater, and girls, you might get this, maybe not, guys, I don't know, but girls, like, you know that our fashion for the past like year and a half, 2 years has been cropped shirts. Like, I go shopping and I can't find like a single shirt that isn't cropped really high, and when you're not comfortable with your weight and how you look, it's hard to wear cropped things. And today was the first time that I've worn a cropped shirt, out in public. And it was so awesome because I felt comfortable, I felt confident, and it was just such a good day. I'm so happy. I know that might sound lame to some people, but that's like, celebrate the small victories. And these pants that I'm wearing are like getting super loose. I had to wear a belt all day too. So celebrating the small victories, and I'm so excited. I have officially lost 30 pounds total so far. I have been alternate day fasting for a little over 6 weeks, I believe, something like that, and I weighed in at 146 pounds yesterday morning. So officially lost 30 pounds. I started at 176 pounds, which was my high, and yeah, it's just going so good. I'm so excited. I'm just feeling so much more confident in who I am, and yeah, life is good. For those of you that don't know, alternate day fasting is where you eat every other day, or you fast every other day. And when you calculate the hours, it ends up being about 36 hours where you're fasting, and then, you know, like 12 hours where you're eating. So that's kind of the breakdown of alternate day fasting. I just started alternate day fasting because I wanted to lose weight, personally, was my biggest reason for trying it. I'm gonna get into the cons first because the list is way shorter than the pros. And yeah, I have a lot to share about the pros. So I have a notepad here, so if I look down, that's what I'm doing here. So the cons, the first thing on my list is that it's hard to start, but I think any lifestyle change is really hard to start. You know, if you're gonna start a diet, if you're gonna start going to the gym, if you're gonna start a new job, it's gonna be hard at the beginning, you know, like, it doesn't matter what it is. If you're going to be making a lifestyle change, you're going to have to find a way to stay motivated and find a way to push yourself, and it's going to be difficult. You're going to mess up, you're going to make mistakes, but it's okay. So, you know, yeah, it's hard to start. A lot of people are like, oh, that's difficult. Anything new that you want to incorporate into your life is going to be difficult. My next con that I have written down here is that basically, you're going 36 hours without food, you're gonna get hungry, you're gonna get fatigued. One thing at the beginning, especially when your body's not used to going that long without having food, you might get lightheaded sometimes. If you were like getting really lightheaded, I would recommend like you need to eat something. Like, don't just, you know, force yourself to fast if you're not feeling good. You need to listen to your body first. So if it's like affecting you negatively, like, I mean, there's a difference between like, ooh, I got up too fast and I'm lightheaded, like, okay, just take a seat. But like, if you're just getting lightheaded and not feeling good or feeling sick constantly, then maybe this isn't the route you should be taking, but just pay attention and listen to your body. The next con that I have is that it is hard to stick to socially. And by that I mean it is hard to stick to when you are watching everybody around you eat. That does make it challenging. It's almost like a in your face kind of thing, like everybody around me is eating and I get to wait until tomorrow to eat. But you know, you kind of just have to stay motivated and push yourself. And yeah, you just have to do it. Another one I have on here, some people think that when you're fasting, it will tempt you to overeat when it's your time to eat because you go for so long without eating that when you want to eat, you're just gonna like indulge and way overeat, and it's gonna almost defeat the purpose. With alternate day fasting, I don't feel like it does that. Even if it does, like even if you do overeat every once in a while, it's like not gonna negatively affect you. You're still gonna be making progress, first of all. But second of all, I just really have not had that effect. I've actually had the opposite effect where I feel like I only eat normal portions. I was the type of person before doing this, I would overeat. Like if it was on my plate, I would always, like my eyes were always too big for my stomach first of all, but if it was on my plate, I felt like I needed to finish it. Like I had to eat everything on my plate. That's just how I was raised, that's how I did it. I always overate. Like my stomach probably was stretched out so big every single night because I don't know, I just thought it was normal to just eat a lot of food, and this has really helped me eat normal portions and just good nutrient-based foods. I make a lot more positive choices with my food. I want healthy food rather than junk food because it makes me feel a lot better. But anyways, I don't think that it really tempts me to overeat at all, and even if I do overeat sometimes, it doesn't affect negatively. I still am obviously losing weight and reaching my goals. The last thing I have on my cons list for alternate day fasting is that for some reason when you're fasting for 36 hours you're gonna get the stank breath, and like I don't know why, maybe it's just me, like I don't know, but when you're not eating for that long of a period, it just like doesn't matter. You brush your teeth in the morning, you brush your teeth at night, middle of the day, doesn't matter, it just happens. But I have a hack for you. These little bad boys here, Tic Tacs. These things have 0 calories, so you can eat them on your fasting days. This one is X-Freeze Wintergreen with cooling crystals, pretty powerful mintiness, and yeah, it's just nice to have on hand because you don't want to be like talking to people and then be like, oh, yeah. Anyways, so yeah, that wraps up my cons list. Next, I'm going to go on to the pros, and then I'll get into a few tips on how to start. So, my first pro on here for alternate day fasting is that you can eat literally whatever you want. Anything. Like on the days that you're eating, you don't want to like overdo it every day that you do eat and just eat, 5,000 calories or anything, but within normal standards, you can eat pasta, you can eat bread, you can eat sugar, whatever it is. I mean, I don't recommend like doing that. I do recommend trying to make healthier choices, but when I started, I was eating that way, so, and it still worked. So like, you can eat whatever you want. It's awesome. Yeah. My next pro is that you don't have to exercise to lose weight and to get the benefits of alternate day fasting. So like I said in my last video about alternate day fasting, I have not exercised this whole time. That still stands true to this day. I want to start exercising, and I will. Probably next week I'll start exercising, but nothing like hardcore or anything. I play Just Dance, but anyways, you don't have to exercise and you still can lose weight. You still can get all the benefits from fasting, so it's just awesome. My third thing on the pros is that you can mess up. You can overeat on your eat days. You can eat 2 days in a row and then just get back on track and start fasting again the next day. As I said in my last video, I have messed up multiple times and I still have been getting these results, so it is okay to mess up, and it's actually probably encouraged to. Like, you don't want to restrict yourself so much where you're just not enjoying your life. Like Thanksgiving is coming up and I just went shopping today for it. I've got all kinds of junk, not great, good for you food, but I'm going all out. It's Thanksgiving, Like, you're allowed to have days where you eat way too much and not that great of foods, but if you're still doing the fasting every other day, you're still gonna get results, which is just awesome sauce. So love that one. My next one is that you get full so much faster. Before I was fasting, I would always be hungry. Like, I was the type of person, you could ask anybody in my family from like the time I was, I don't know, a young little kiddo to now. Before I started this, I was always hungry, always wanting food. I would always eat the most out of everybody at our table. And my boyfriend's grandparents are gonna laugh at that because every time I'm at their house and she cooks dinner, I always fill my plate so much because I know I'll get so full. after my first plate and I won't be able to get seconds, that I'll just fill my first plate up so much, and they're always like, why do you eat so much? But I won't anymore because I get full so much faster now, which is good. I shouldn't be overeating like that. So it makes you full so much faster, which is awesome. The next thing on here is that alternate day fasting is proven to speed up your metabolism, which is really awesome if you're trying to lose weight. It's good to have a fast metabolism, and it really has a lot of health benefits, so that's awesome. My next pro on here is that alternate day fasting boosts your brain function and gives you more energy, which is completely true. Since I've been alternate day fasting, I feel like I have more energy all the time. I feel like I just am a lot more productive and I can get a lot more done, and it's just really helped my focus a lot. So that's another awesome pro of alternate day fasting. Okay, this one I read today, but like since I read it, I've noticed so much. Alternate day fasting, I guess, rejuvenates your skin and helps reduce acne, and I didn't realize, like I didn't put two and two together. My face has been so much more clear than it has been in like a long time. And not that I like have really bad acne or anything, but I have not had like bad breakouts really at all the last few weeks. And I like was like, oh, you know, like my skin's starting to look good. Like I don't know what I'm doing. But I read that today and then I put two and two together, and it's like, wow, like it's the fasting that's been helping my skin. And on the article I read, it just said that basically it's because your body has time to, this is another one of the pros, your body has time to detoxify when it's not constantly trying to like overworking, trying to break down all the food that you're constantly putting in it. Giving it that fasting period gives it time to detoxify and just really have enough time to break down the food in your body so that it can also start focusing on other organs in your body, like your kidney, your liver, your skin. So that is just awesome because it really has been helping me. I've noticed even like my boyfriend is like, your like skin has been looking a lot clearer lately. What have you been doing? And I'm like, I don't know, like moisturizing it, I don't know, which I have been, but I've been doing that anyways. So, but now that I read that, figured it out, it makes so much more sense, which is awesome. The next pro I have is that alternate day fasting helps with your digestion. This is like so true, like I just said, when your body has more time to focus on breaking down the foods because you're not constantly adding more and it kind of has to like get rushed through, it really will be able to get all the nutrients out of your food, and it will have enough time to properly break down all your food, and yeah, your digestive system will be a lot happier. So my last pro is that it will help you lose weight. If that is your goal, which that's why I started this alternate day fasting, was to lose weight. And I don't know if you know anybody personally, but I don't know anybody personally that has lost this much weight this fast as I have. Like, I don't know anybody that has had this good of results from anything, any diet or exercise or whatever. So I highly recommend trying this if you're interested and you have good health and you're wanting to lose weight. Yeah, if you want to get started, I would recommend doing one of these 3 things to kind of help ease into it so you don't get so like fatigued or lightheaded at the beginning. Because if your body's not used to fasting for long periods of time, then it's going to be really hard at the beginning, and it might like affect your body negatively. Like you might, yeah, it just probably won't be good. So kind of like ease into it. You can start like juice fasting, where you're just like doing juices for a few days, maybe like every other day. Instead of like eating solid foods, you just drink like smoothies, lots of fruits and vegetables, and you're not having as much food. My next tip is maybe you start trying just intermittent day fasting, which is where you only eat certain hours of the day, but you're still eating every day. So they have like the basic like 16-8, and it's where you're fasting for 16 hours and you're eating 8 hours a day. And that might help you kind of ease into it. You could do like calorie counting, calorie restrictions. If you watched my last video, you know I don't like calorie counting. I'm not really into that, but if you're going to start this and you know, you want to ease into it. You don't want to go from like eating 2,000 calories a day to just fasting for 36 hours because your body will probably be shocked and not know what to do, and yeah. So kind of like ease into it, or maybe just start, yeah, just kind of slowly get into trying it. But I highly recommend it if you have been interested in alternate day fasting. Just try it because it works so good. And like I said, I'm going to be eating a lot for Thanksgiving, and you know, it's okay. It's okay to mess up. It's okay to eat a lot on days that you're eating, and it's okay to eat whatever you want on days that you're eating. There's just so many reasons to try alternate day fasting, so I highly, highly, highly encourage it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below if you have any other questions. I'd love to answer them about my experience with alternate day fasting and how it's been going, or I don't know, if you're curious about anything else that I can share with you, I would love to share more. So if you have any questions, just comment down below, and thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.